Hey guys, it's me, Spence. I hope everything's going well. I had to kind of switch up my positions of where the camera and everything is. I usually do it sitting on the bed, but there is this. I usually do this at night. It's daytime right now, so there is a lot of sunlight coming in, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Um. All right. So today I wanted to talk about communication. Um, I haven't done a video in a couple of weeks. Just kind of was thinking about what I wanted to say and when to do it. And then my birthday came and passed. It was on Friday. I had a really great time. And guys, I'm really excited because this is one of the first videos where, since in the series, I'm actually in a good mood. Like, I feel good, and I've had consistent days of feeling good and feeling in control and feeling like there's hope and there's joy, peace, and just everything that life should have in it. And so, I'm really grateful because I had a meeting at work. Um, on my, I had a meeting at work, and the meeting went so much better than I ever expected. I sat down and I began to speak with a coworker, and it was just a really good open conversation on both ends. I was able to communicate with them, they were able to communicate with me. I was actively listening to what they were saying, and they were doing the same with me. So it was really great. We ended up meeting for hours, but we got all of our I felt like we got all of our issues out in the open, which is great. Um, and I think a lot of times different things get messed up because when they were talking, it was a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of miscommunication, and not really understanding where I was coming from, and then just misunderstandings. And then the same when I was talking, I was like, well, I felt like you did this on purpose, or this happened. And they were like, no, this happened. And it was such a great conversation. I had an appointment afterwards, and I was like, I don't even care if I'm late because this is really important right now. So I say all that to say, a lot of times, a lot of situations in your life can be fixed or resolved with communication, clear communication, not just assuming, not just leaving things unspoken. And I know that things can be difficult sometimes, or really intense, or sometimes you don't want to. My biggest issue when I was talking with the person, they're like, well, why don't you communicate this more, say this more? I said, because I don't want to be annoying or irritating. And I live by a personal motto. For example, like, I'll ask you for something. If I need something from you, I'll ask you maybe two or three times tops. After that, if you have not given me what I've asked for the two or three times, I I move on. Like, it's like, okay, you're clearly not going to help me. And something else I'm learning. This one is huge. Sometimes by not saying something, you've said something, and by not saying something, you said a whole lot. Because that I can't remember in the meeting, I kept saying that space where you leave things unspoken or don't even say anything can really it can cause a lot of confusion. Um, like an example, like if you text somebody and they say, "Are you coming to work today?" and you don't say anything, even though you saw the text and you may be busy, or different things are going on, and you don't answer the text, and the other person on the other end could just, I know for me, like, I start freaking out, like, oh god, they're not saying anything, they're clearly not coming, I need to go ahead and come up with a plan B, oh gosh, what are we going to do? And I start freaking out. Then 4 o'clock rolls around, they come walking into work, but I didn't know that because you didn't say anything, because you didn't communicate, and it's, oh yeah, I was busy. If you're busy, say what you mean and mean what you say. Communication really does clear up a lot of confusion. It really, really does. And I'm a type of person, I thrive off communication. I love talking to people, especially if it's a mentally stimulating conversation and I'm prepared for it and ready for it. To me, that is one of the greatest things on the planet. I love to be mentally stimulated. I love people that make me think and make me make me. I don't want to say question my thoughts or my ways, but will make me people who challenge me, people who motivate me, people who drive me to people who always kind of lead me to the why. I like why because why leads to discovery. When I ask why, any time in my life I begin to ask why, then I get answers for myself. And when I have answers for myself, I feel more concrete and I feel more strong. Also, I think things that have contributed to me feeling better, besides communication. Well, communication also, it goes back. I want to touch on this part of communication as I'm going into my next point. Um, I couldn't communicate that, I had a problem with anxiety or depression or all these other things because I didn't know that's what they were until I really researched it out and talked and communicated and began to talk to other people, not just talk about, oh, I got this problem or this was going on, but how do I fix this? Where do I go? What do I do? What is the first step? And when I communicated that, I was able to really speak to people who gave me the right resources or um, helped me to say, oh my gosh, you're going through the same thing, so am I. What did you do? What worked for you? And so, a couple things I want to share with you guys are um, two apps that I got. One is called Anxiety Relief, and it is it's an app that just plays kind of like calming, relaxing music over beats and and soundscapes. And I noticed it's like a hypnosis kind of app. And I know some people don't like to mess with that, and I'm kind of really careful what I take into my spirit. But I really felt led to this app, so I got the app, and it really has made a huge difference in my life. I will do my best to try to put a link here on this page or on my Facebook page so that you guys can get the app for yourself. But it's called the Anxiety Relief app, and it uses hypnosis to really kind of calm anxiety, and it's for me, it's a life changer. I love it. I love it. I love it. I need to go rate this app. I really think it's great. You do have the option. It's free, but it's got, of course, like you can do like a I think I did like a $5 purchase to add more to it, which is just I love it. I love it. I can't say that enough. I love it. 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 Love it. And then the other app that I hope I'm saying it right, it's called Pacifica. Pacifica, I really like it, is because it's an app that helps with anxiety and depression. And in it, um, it's you can check in. So, like for example, when I'm feeling really anxious or something rises up within me very quickly, and that's what happened. Like I went to my meeting on Thursday at our head offices, and there was a lot of transition going on. There was other people talking and people telling me gossip and whatnot. I really didn't want to hear, but it was a lot happening, and I was really anxious because I was just kind of sitting over there waiting to meet with this person, and so I was able to pull the app out and do a little bit of a check in, and it says how are you feeling, and I put not good, and then it from there on you can write why you're not feeling good. You can go through like a list and select the emotions you're feeling, all of them, and to be able to do that, and then based on that information it says, okay, now we recommend you go over here and try this meditation. So it's got all these different meditations in there that you can download. It's really, really cool. I love it so much. And it's got meditations catered to like the most tiny anxiety triggering things that you can go through. Like it's got one for public transit, which I love. I have so much anxiety on the public transit, and so that one is great. It's got one for preparing to go to work. It's got one for like speaking in a meeting. It's got one even to prepare you for meetings. It's got one just for breathing. It's got like an emergency one for when anxiety sneaks up on you and you're having a full blown anxiety attack. So this app Pacifica, I love it. 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 Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. It's the greatest. Um, and so really just kind of doing that, and I've kind of also resolved in my over the past couple of days because I feel like my anxiety is now. I do not feel consumed by my anxiety or my depression or any of my emotions. I don't feel consumed in them or lost at sea in them anymore. I feel like now they are a part of me that I can control, and that is a liberating feeling. That is a freeing feeling and a happy feeling, and I feel hopeful. I feel really hopeful. I'm just really at a place in my life where I'm 32 now. First off, yes, 32, and I'm really like putting my stake in and making up my mind where I am going to take my life next, where I'm going to go. Of course, you can't plan your life out to the T, but really getting a hold of my emotions, my mind, and really, not just being an emotionally driven person, because I am empath. I feel emotions, but I cannot do everything emotion driven. I do have to use what is, I mean, it sounds crazy to say common sense. I know common sense isn't so common and it's very different for other people. But, really, I feel really good. I feel so hopeful. And having hope in your life makes a world of difference. I'm getting ready to go through some transitions in my life, and I'm really excited about it. Um, I don't know if I said already, I woke up this morning, I was a little bit anxious, so I did several meditations and breathing and stretching. And I really, in all honesty, need to pack a bag to go to the gym. I feel like if I go to the gym and just work out all of my frustrations, I will feel a lot better. Um, so I need to go to the gym. But we'll deal with that later. Anyway, I'm really excited. I really feel like I said, when I do these videos, I wanted to have them as a reference point for other people to say, I feel the same way. Again, I don't want fancy YouTube. I don't want the titles and, catchphrases. I just want to have a conversation and give other people hope that, you're not alone. I feel this way. Other people feel this way. I can, and the more I'm starting to talk about it, other people are starting to talk about it, and I'm learning it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's nothing to be ashamed about. We live in a world that it's changed so much from my grandparents' age. My grandpa, I used to always like hang out with him because everything was very simple and laid back. When I'm with him, I'm not going to be on my cell phone. That was one thing he always said. You're going to talk to me. You're going to deal with me. You're going to be here in the present moment. And to be with when I was with my grandpa, I was always in the present. I didn't have to really worry about anything else but just being in the present. And I miss that so much. Now we live in a world where everything is super quick and there's so much happening around us always. And then our cell phones and iPads and tablets and all these other things are really pulling away. And we have to learn new ways to communicate because we didn't have to do cell phone. What is somebody really saying when they're I saw somebody say a text message where they said, "Are you good?" And it can be perceived as, "Are you okay?" or "Do we have a problem?" And that can, so even communicating through text and it's so different. It is so different. Yeah, they had typewriters and they would send each other letters, but just I don't know. I guess tone and the way we use words. Words have so many different meanings now, and so it's. But anyway, no, I feel encouraged. I am so excited and can't wait to share with you guys more updates about my life and where my life is going this year. Um, I am so excited. I want to share with you this last thing. I've been thinking a lot about Dr. Seuss. I love Dr. Seuss and I love the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And one of the lines, several parts stick out to me in that story. The part where it says, sometimes you'll be like the winningest winner because you'll be winning the game and you'll be winning all the games and everybody will be watching you win on TV. And then it goes into say, except for when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I think it actually says that. Except sometimes you won't. Sadly to say, and sorry it's true, but sometimes you'll play games you can't win because you'll play against you. And I like that part. I like the part where it talks about being in the waiting place where there are people just waiting for a pot to boil or a wig with curls, or I can't remember how it's saying, the wind to fly a kite for the temperature to be just right. Anyway, it talks about the waiting place, which I can relate to. It talks about walking down long roads alone, but the one that sticks out to me is where it says to remember to step with, I think it says, great care and tact, and remember that life is a balancing act. And right now, I am really learning that is so true. Life is so much of a balancing act, and we can never forget that. We can never forget the balance of talking and listening. We can't forget the balance of crying and laughing. All these kind of contrasts in life, and just finding the middle of working and having fun. Of just life, just balancing life. It can be so difficult sometimes. I was talking to a friend the other day, and they were really frustrated. They were like, "We didn't learn this in school about how to prepare for like the real world and this and that." And I was like, "Welcome to the real world. They don't teach you that, and I can't dwell on that. And I can't use it as an excuse. I can only pick up the pieces where I'm at now and move forward. And again, just you gotta learn how to balance these things. You really, really do. And so, again, I hope. My biggest fear is that I'm always rambling in these things, but I feel like I did in the day. I feel like I said everything I wanted to say, and so now I'm getting ready to go to work, and so I'm talking to you guys. I feel so calm and I feel so happy, and I feel like yesterday was such a great day. Like I was smiling all day. I got great tips. It was great people, and it's so crazy when my attitude changes. Then I notice like it affects everyone around me, and so I'm really in a good place right now, and I want to stay there. Um, I hope you all have a great week. I hope everything's going well. You may see me pop up with another video like tonight or tomorrow because I think next is to talk about our speech. Um, the things we say, and I've noticed that I've stopped saying what I want and I started saying what I have, and not just saying it, but really trying to believe it, trying to feel it, and trying to move with it. And I believe I'm getting ready to some stuff is getting ready to happen for me in my life, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Excited. I'm excited. Don't really know, but I'm excited. All right. Be good, be well, as I always say. Think safety, make smart decisions. Remember, um, children in the dark make accidents, and accidents in the dark make children. So, I will talk with you guys later. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I will see you soon, okay?